Good morning, students. English grammar, we have taken the topic active and passive voice. Let's have a quick recap towards the introduction of the voice, which you have already done. In grammar, the voice of a verb describes the relationship between the action that the verb expresses and the participants identified by its arguments, that is, the subject, object, etc. When the subject is the agent or doer of the action, the verb is in the active voice. When the subject is the target, or you can say undergoer of the action, the verb is said to be in passive voice. एग्जाम्पल के लिए सिंपल सा है, यहाँ पे एक्टिव में है दिनेश किल्ड अ कैट, जिसका पैसिव बन जाता है अ कैट वॉज किल्ड बाय दिनेश. Now examine the following sentences carefully. Here we have two set of sentences given. First में आप देखिए, the man must have eaten 5 bananas. Vipin mailed the letter. First sentence कहता है उस इंसान ने यानी उस आदमी ने 5 बनानास खा लिए होंगे. और सेकंड बताता है विपिन मेल्ड द लेटर, यानी विपिन ने लेटर मेल किया. सेकेंड जो पैसिव फॉर्म में है वो बताते हैं 5 बनानास मस्ट हैव बीन ईटन बाय द मैन. द लेटर वॉज मेल्ड बाय विपिन. नाउ अब जो देखा हमने फर्स्ट सेट ऑफ सेंटेंसेस में, द वर्ब हैव ईटन और मेल्ड ये एक्सप्रेस करते हैं द एक्शंस डन बाय द सब्जेक्ट्स द मैन एंड विपिन रिस्पेक्टिवली. यानी बनानास किसने खाए, मैन ने खाए, और लेटर मेल किया विपिन ने. सेकेंड सेट ऑफ सेंटेंसेस में जो वर्ब हैं हैव बीन ईटन एंड वॉज मेल्ड, ये एक्सप्रेस करते हैं एक्शंस डन ऑन द सब्जेक्ट्स. यहाँ सब्जेक्ट क्या थे, 5 बनानास दैट हैव बीन ईटन, और सेकेंड में था द लेटर विच इज़ बीइंग मेल्ड. सो दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ एक्टिव एंड पैसिव. Now there are certain criteria which we need to follow while change of voice. यानी एक्टिव से पैसिव में चेंज करने के लिए हमें कुछ जनरल रूल्स को फॉलो करना है. फर्स्ट रूल इज ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ द एक्टिव वॉइस इज मेड द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द पैसिव वॉइस. यानी एक्टिव वॉइस में जो ऑब्जेक्ट होता है वो पैसिव वॉइस में सब्जेक्ट बन जाता है. सेकेंड रूल बताता है द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द एक्टिव वॉइस इज मेड द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ द पैसिव वॉइस. यानी ये इसका जस्ट ऑपोजिट है, वाइस वर्सा. पैसिव वॉइस मस्ट कंटेन द थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ द मेन और फाइनाइट वर्ब. दैट मीन्स वी नीड टू कीप इन माइंड कि जब हम पैसिव वॉइस में सेंटेंस को कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं, जो मेन वर्ब है यानी फाइनाइट वर्ब है उसका थर्ड फॉर्म यूज़ किया जाएगा. The fourth basic rule which we need to follow is the form of the verb is used according to the tense. यानी tense के according verb form use किया जाएगा. For an example, I killed a tiger. I is the subject, killed is the action form, object is a tiger. जब इसे passive form में लिखा जा रहा है then a tiger was killed by me. यानी जो हमारा subject था वो यहाँ आ गया by me. Object था a tiger that has come to the subject place, and verb form in passive becomes was killed. This is a short table showing that change of person, subjective case, possessive case or objective case. I, my, me, we, are, us, you, your, you, he, his, him, she, her, they, their, them. So these are the possessive case and these are the objective case. Now the rules which we need to follow. Formation of passive voice. You already have written a table regarding this where you have seen that how the subject, object and verb forms are changing from active to passive. Now the first one we have taken here is present indefinite or simple present tense, in which the three forms which we will understand is affirmative, that is the positive, negative and the interrogative. In interrogative we'll learn both about the positive aspect and the negative aspect of the interrogative sentences. Now have a look. For affirmative sentences, active, subject plus first form of verb plus s or es plus object. Now when it comes to passive form, object plus is, am, are. As we saw, these are the auxiliary verbs. Along with this, we have the third form of verb plus by, because it is the passive form, and the subject which is coming in place of the object. So this is the rule, first rule, which we have followed in an affirmative sentence in simple present form. Example here is, he writes a letter. A letter is written by him. She sings a song. A song is sung by her. They invite me. I am invited by them. Okay, so these are examples of first affirmative sentences of simple present. Now moving on to the negative part of the same simple present. In active sentences we have subject plus do or does not plus first form of verb plus object. Now in the passive form it becomes object plus, again these are the helping verbs, auxiliaries, is, am, are not, plus third form of verb plus by plus subject. So these are the rules we have to follow while making the sentence passive from active. Here the example are, I do not distribute newspapers. Newspapers are not distributed by me. She does not buy mobiles. Mobiles are not bought by her. Buy की जगह bought आ गया. You do not help me. I am not helped by you. Now moving on to interrogative. In active we have interrogative है क्योंकि question mark आएगा. So the verb forms come at the starting. Do, does, उसके बाद है subject, first form of verb and the object. Passive form, again the same, verb form, helping verb forms come here. Then we have the object, third form of verb, by plus subject. If you keep these rules in mind, in consideration always, you will not face any kind of problem when you have to convert a sentence from active to passive. Example here we have, do you obey your elder brother? Is your elder brother obeyed by you? Does she pluck the flowers? Are the flowers plucked by her? Negative interrogatives, let us see what is the change. Do, does plus object plus not, because it is a negative, then we have to add a not after the subject. Then comes the first form of verb and the object with a question mark at the end. Again same passive form, after the object we have not added before the third form of verb we are writing, followed by and the subject. After that we have a question mark. The example here is, does Mohan not plant a tree? Is a tree not planted by Mohit? Active, do you not read a book? Passive, is a book not read by you? Now you have, I hope, understood clearly. These are the way we have to understand each rule along with the examples to know how we need to change a sentence from active voice to passive voice. Clear? Now along with this video I am sharing one pic with you in which there are few sentences in active and passive both, that means they are solved questions in which you will get examples of all types of simple present tense sentences, that is affirmative, negative, interrogative, you may have positive and negative both. So today we have read about the present indefinite simple, in which we read about the 4 types of sentences, how we have changed from active to passive. Apart from this, if you have any query regarding the topic, let me know in the feedback in our WhatsApp group. I hope the things are clear because you have the table already made with you in which you have mentioned the rules, how to change a sentence from active to passive. And this was the introduction I gave about active and passive. Basic sentences we have seen. The exercise pick which I am sharing, you need to note down in your fair notebook as it is given in the pick. That is in the column format. Clear, students? If you have any queries, let me know. Till then, thank you.